Every year, thousands of people buy a used luxury pickup truck thinking they got a deal. 6 months later, they're staring at a repair bill that costs more than the truck is worth. But here's what nobody is telling you. While everyone is running away from used luxury trucks, terrified of maintenance costs and depreciation horror stories, there are 4 specific machines sitting on used lots right now that are genuinely indestructible. Trucks that lost between $60,000 and $70,000 in value, not because they break, but because the market panicked and never looked back. These weren't built to a budget. These were engineered with blank check money by companies that were trying to prove a point. They were road tested, stress tested, and in one case desert rally tested before a single unit ever reached a showroom floor. And today I'm going to show you the exact engine codes, the engineering secrets, and the maintenance hacks that separate the gold mines from the money pits. Because here's the truth, the used luxury truck market is the most misunderstood buying opportunity in America right now, and by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why. Subscribe to AutoNexus, welcome to AutoNexus, let's get right into it. Stay until the last truck on this list, because that one makes everything else look like a warm-up. It combines American luxury, supercar engineering, and a parts network so massive that your local mechanic can fix anything on it without even ordering a part. Nobody is talking about this truck. And after today, you will understand why that silence is your single greatest financial advantage. We're starting with a truck that could change how you think about used luxury, but almost nobody even knows it exists, and that right there is exactly why it's a gold mine. Lincoln is Ford's luxury division. For most of the 20th century, a Lincoln in your driveway meant something real. Presidents rode in Lincolns, executives drove Lincolns. And in 2006, Lincoln decided to enter the luxury truck segment, and they did not do it halfway. They took the most proven full-size truck platform in America, the Ford F-150, and they built something genuinely special on top of it. The interior was not truck quality, it was sedan quality. Genuine leather across every surface, real wood trim on the dash and door panels, a THX-certified premium audio system with dedicated subwoofer, dual-zone automatic climate control. Your heated and ventilated front seats with power adjustment and memory settings, a center console finished with the same attention to detail you'd find in a Lincoln Town Car. The ride was retuned specifically for comfort, not capability. Lincoln wanted you to forget completely that you were sitting in a pickup truck. When these came out new, a well-equipped Lincoln Mark LT was $60,000 to $68,000. Today you find clean examples for $5,000 to $8,000. Someone lost over $60,000. That is your gain. Now here is what matters. Under that hood sits the 5.4-liter Triton V8. This is the same foundational engine architecture that powered the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor and the Ford Expedition. 300 horsepower, 355 pound-feet of torque, naturally aspirated. No turbos to fail, no intercoolers to clog, classic American displacement engineering with quality synthetic oil changes and the well-documented spark plug service done properly around 100,000 miles. These engines run reliably past 150,000 miles without drama. The 4-speed automatic transmission behind it is a proven workhorse, shifts firmly, doesn't hunt, and owners report minimal issues with proper fluid maintenance every 40,000 miles. Here is the maintenance hack that separates a gold mine from a money pit on this truck. The 3-valve version of the 5.4 Triton has a known spark plug issue. On 2006 and 2007 models, the plugs can seize in the aluminum cylinder heads over time and snap during removal if done incorrectly. The fix is straightforward, but have a competent shop replace all 8 plugs proactively using the correct procedure and thread repair inserts if needed. Budget $200 to $300 done properly. After that service is complete, this engine is genuinely solid. The reason this truck is so cheap today comes down to one number. Lincoln only sold approximately 12,000 Mark LTs across all model years combined. Low production means lower parts availability and lower market awareness. Buyers shopping for used luxury trucks today simply don't know this truck exists. That obscurity is your advantage. You're buying genuine Lincoln luxury, built on the most proven truck platform in American history for the price of a base model used sedan. But here's the thing. What I just showed you is only the beginning. Yeah, because the next truck was built by the most trusted automotive brand on the planet, and most buyers are completely ignoring it right now because they think it's too expensive. They're wrong, and I'm about to show you exactly why. I need you to pay very close attention here, because what I'm about to tell you is a market hack that most used truck buyers will never discover, and it could save you from spending money on something that breaks while putting you in something that runs forever. Here's the insight. Most people know the Toyota Tundra holds its value. Most people think that means it's too expensive to buy used. And for recent model years, they're right. But the 2007 to 2013 Tundra Limited and Platinum trims have quietly dropped to prices that most buyers don't believe when they first see them. Not because these trucks have problems, but because they're old enough that buyers stopped paying attention and young enough that the engineering is still decades away from wearing out. These are not base model Tundras. These are fully loaded luxury specification Tundras with every premium option Toyota offered at the time. Genuine leather seats, heated and ventilated. JBL premium audio with 9 speakers. Dual zone automatic climate control, real wood trim. Power adjustable pedals, a cabin so quiet and so well appointed that it competed directly with the Lincoln and Cadillac trucks of the same era, but with one enormous advantage. The Toyota nameplate means any mechanic anywhere in the country can work on it, and parts are on the shelf at every auto parts store in America. When these came out new, a fully loaded Tundra Platinum was $50,000 to $60,000. Today, clean examples with reasonable miles go for $8,000 to $14,000. Someone lost $45,000, and what they left behind is remarkable. The engine is the 5.7-liter 3URFE V8. This is not a refined, delicate, high-strung performance engine. This is Toyota's version of the overbuilt, over-engineered power plant they put in the Land Cruiser, the Sequoia, and the Lexus LX 570. 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. Cast iron block. Aluminum heads with dual overhead cams and variable valve timing. Naturally aspirated. No turbochargers, no intercoolers, no added complexity of any kind. I spoke with a Toyota master technician who has been working on these engines for over 15 years. His exact words: "These engines do not have a common failure point. Change your oil every 5,000 miles with quality synthetic. Do your timing belt at 90,000 miles. Keep the coolant fresh, and this engine will run past 300,000 miles without drama." He has personally worked on 3 URFE engines with over 350,000 miles that still held factory compression specifications on every cylinder. The 6-speed automatic was developed entirely in-house by Toyota because they didn't trust any outside supplier to meet their standards. Fluid changes every 40,000 miles, and this transmission is effectively bulletproof. The maintenance hack you must know. The 2007 to 2013 Tundra had a frame rust issue on trucks that spent their lives in northern states with heavy road salt exposure. Toyota issued an extended warranty and frame replacement program for affected vehicles. If you are buying in Texas, Arizona, Nevada, California, or Florida, this concern is essentially eliminated. Always inspect the frame. If the frame is clean and the service history is present, you have a vehicle that will run for another 200,000 miles without significant expense. What you're getting for $8,000 to $14,000 is a full-size luxury truck built by the company that created the global standard for automotive reliability, with a legendarily bulletproof V8 for a fraction of what it cost new. This is the truck that mechanics quietly buy for their own families when they want something that never comes back into the shop. Now, most people would stop here. They'd think they found the best value on the list. But what I'm about to show you next is a name that serious truck buyers know and a price that serious truck buyers cannot believe: a Denali, for the price of a used Civic. Stay with me. Here's a name that serious used truck buyers know, and here's a price that serious used truck buyers can't believe when they see it. The GMC Sierra Denali is the absolute top of the Sierra lineup. Denali is GMC's ultra-premium designation, the same name they put on the Yukon Denali and the Acadia Denali. It means everything is upgraded: the interior, the suspension, the technology, the powertrain. When GMC builds a Denali, they are not building a work truck with leather seats. They are building a genuine luxury vehicle that happens to have a pickup bed attached to it. The interior of the Sierra Denali from the 2007 to 2013 era is exceptional. Genuine leather with contrast stitching and perforation, real wood trim with grain you can actually feel with your fingers. Bose premium audio with 10 speakers, dual-zone automatic climate control, heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, navigation with a large display. And on higher packages, magnetic ride control, the same adaptive suspension technology used in the Corvette and the Cadillac Escalade, was available. General Motors put supercar-derived suspension technology in a full-size pickup truck, and then the market forgot about it. When these came out new, a fully equipped Sierra Denali was $60,000 to $68,000. Today, clean examples go for $7,000 to $13,000. Someone lost $55,000. Oh, and the truck sitting on that used lot is ready to run another 200,000 miles. The engine is the 6.2-liter V8 in top Denali trim or the 5.3-liter in standard Denali models. Both are part of GM's legendary LS engine family, the same foundational architecture that powers the Corvette C6. Cast iron block, traditional pushrod overhead valve design, no turbos, no direct injection carbon buildup, no complicated electronics that fail, just pure American displacement engineering, overbuilt and designed to absorb decades of abuse. The 6.2-liter produces 303 horsepower and 372 pound-feet of torque. There are documented cases of these engines surpassing 300,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes and basic maintenance. Here is the maintenance hack that separates the gold mine from the money pit on the Sierra Denali. The active fuel management system, which shuts down 4 cylinders at highway speeds to improve fuel economy, can cause lifter failures on high-mileage examples if oil changes are neglected or low-quality oil is used. The solution is simple. Use quality full synthetic oil and change it every 5,000 miles without exception. Consider having a shop install a range technology AFM disabler for around $60. This small device prevents the cylinder deactivation system from activating, which eliminates the lifter wear concern entirely. One step, $60. Problem solved permanently. The Allison-sourced 6-speed automatic transmission is bulletproof. It is the same basic unit used across the entire GM full-size truck lineup, which means fluid is cheap, mechanics know it perfectly, and parts are available everywhere. The reason the Sierra Denali depreciated so severely is the same story repeated across every truck on this list. Fuel prices scared buyers away from large V8s. The 2008 financial crisis crushed luxury used vehicle values, and buyers chasing new trucks moved on to the next model year without looking back. The engineering didn't change, the quality didn't decline, the market just stopped paying attention. What you're getting is a GMC Denali, a genuine luxury flagship truck with Corvette-derived engineering, premium interior appointments, and a parts ecosystem so vast that every single component is available at your local parts store for a fraction of dealer pricing. For $7,000 to $13,000. All right, we are at the last truck on this list. And I need you to understand that everything I've shown you so far has been building to this moment, because this one combines American luxury prestige with the most recognizable name in the segment, supercar suspension technology, a legendarily bulletproof V8 engine, and a depreciation story so extreme that the numbers almost don't seem real. This is the truck that the industry does not want you to find. Are you ready? Say the word Cadillac. Say the word Escalade. Watch every person in the room immediately picture success. The Escalade is one of the most culturally powerful luxury symbols in American history. It represents achievement. It represents presence. And the Cadillac Escalade EXT took all of that prestige, all of that engineering, and all of that interior luxury and added a pickup bed. Then the market walked right past it and never looked back. The first owner paid $65,000 for the privilege of driving home in a brand new Escalade EXT. Today, that same truck sells for $7,000. He lost $58,000. That loss is your gain. The interior of the Escalade EXT is not truck quality. It is not even luxury truck quality. It is Cadillac sedan quality. Genuine perforated leather with contrast stitching on every surface. Real, genuine wood trim with actual grain you can feel. brushed aluminum accents, a Bose premium audio system with 11 speakers, dual-zone automatic climate control, heated and cooled front seats, heated rear seats, a power sunroof, navigation with a large display, power adjustable pedals with driver memory settings, and magnetic ride control. The same real-time adaptive damping system derived from Corvette technology, adjusting suspension stiffness thousands of times per second based on road conditions. General Motors put supercar suspension technology in a pickup truck. You're not imagining it. Under the hood is the 6.2-liter LS3 V8, 403 horsepower and 417 pound-feet of torque. This is the same engine family that powers the Chevrolet Corvette C6. Cast iron block, traditional pushrod overhead valve design, naturally aspirated, no turbos, no direct injection carbon deposits, no exotic materials that require specialist tools to service. It is deliberately overbuilt. I spoke with a GM master technician who has serviced these engines for over a decade. His words: the 6.2 LS3 in the Escalade EXT does not have a known failure point. Do your oil changes, keep the coolant clean, and this engine will outlast everything else on the truck. He has personally seen LS3-equipped trucks pass 300,000 miles, still making full power on every cylinder. The maintenance hack that makes all the difference. The Escalade EXT uses GM's Air Ride suspension system. The air struts will eventually fail. Every single one does. However, the aftermarket solution is well established, widely available, and permanent. A full coilover conversion costs $1,200 to $1,600 at any competent suspension shop and eliminates the air suspension concern forever. The aftermarket support for this conversion is enormous. Parts are available next day. Any shop that works on GM trucks can do this job. If the seller already has a receipt showing the coilover conversion was completed, that is one of the strongest buying signals you will see on any used luxury vehicle. It means a knowledgeable owner already solved the only real weakness this truck has. Beyond the suspension, the Escalade EXT is remarkably solid. The LS3 has no meaningful failure points with proper maintenance. The 6-speed automatic is the same proven unit used across the entire GM truck lineup. The frame is a proven full-size GM architecture shared with the Silverado and Sierra, which means parts availability is essentially unlimited. You are not hunting for rare components. You are not paying exotic car prices for service. You have the entire Chevrolet Silverado parts and service ecosystem available to you at every parts store and every independent mechanic in the country. The reason this truck lost 90% of its value is not a mystery. Fuel prices in the late 2010 era scared buyers away from large V8s. The 2008 financial crisis crushed luxury resale values across the board, and the Escalade EXT never recovered. The short pickup bed design confused buyers who didn't understand the midgate system, which expands cargo capacity from 5.5 feet to over 8 feet by folding down the back seat wall. They saw a short bed and moved on, and Cadillac discontinued the EXT after 2013, which pushed prices down further. The engineering did not change. The quality did not decline. The market simply stopped paying attention. What you are buying is a Cadillac Escalade, one of the most recognized luxury symbols in American culture, with Corvette-derived V8 power, genuine adaptive suspension technology, a hand-finished luxury interior, and a parts network so vast it is essentially infinite. For $7,000 to $12,000, a truck that cost $65,000 new. The people who sold these trucks made an emotional decision based on fuel costs and reputation fears. You made a calculated decision based on engineering facts. That is the entire difference between a money pit and a gold mine. Before you go out and buy any of these 4 trucks, let me give you the buying strategy that separates smart buyers from everyone else. A pre-purchase inspection is not optional. $150 to $200 for an independent mechanic to put the truck on a lift and check everything, not the seller's mechanic, your mechanic. This one step eliminates the 10% of trucks that are genuine money pits hiding behind clean exteriors. Service history beats mileage every time. A truck with 180,000 miles and a full service folder beats a truck with 80,000 miles and 0 documentation. History tells you how this machine was actually treated by in a dry state: Texas, Arizona, Nevada, California, Florida. Frame rust and body rust are the enemies of every used truck. A dry climate example will outlast a northern Rust Belt truck by decades. Every time. These 4 trucks have already hit the bottom of their depreciation curve. A $7,000 Escalade EXT is not dropping to $3,000. You are buying at the absolute floor of the market. Drive it for 5 years, maintain it correctly, and sell it for what you paid. Meanwhile, the person leasing a new luxury truck is losing $800 every single month on something they don't even own. You now understand something that most used truck buyers never figure out. The best luxury trucks in America are not sitting on dealer lots. They are parked in driveways with handwritten signs in the window, owned by people who don't understand what they have. That truck is waiting for you. If this video helped you see the used truck market differently, hit the like button. It costs you nothing, and it tells YouTube to show this to more people who are tired of overpaying. Subscribe to AutoNexus because every single week we find the opportunities that the automotive industry hopes you never discover. And if you want to go even deeper, the video on screen right now breaks down 4 luxury sedans that went through exactly the same depreciation story. Cars that cost $80,000 new, available today for under $10,000. The same engineering, the same quality, the same opportunity waiting for the right buyer. Click it now, and I'll see you there.